Are you a talented footballer with the potential to go all of the way, but you've never been spotted or had a trial? Well, all you need to do is check out a brand new innovative business that I've started with my partners called Scout Size. It gives you a chance to get spotted by our network of scouts to try and get you a trial at a professional club. Scout Size places you in front of a professional scout who will assess your talent. You simply need to visit our website right now and upload your clips as directed. Our scouts will then view them and give you a full assessment. If you meet a certain criteria, your details will be sent to scouts at professional football clubs for them to come and see you play. It's as simple as that. So visit scoutsize.com right now and send in your clips, and a scout could be coming to watch you play at your next game. AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that will be linked with a transfer move to Arsenal. Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Once again, the code SE50. You know it by now, right? If you're an aspiring footballer, the link is in the description. Get your 50% off. Big up to Scout Size for supporting this video. Straight into the transfers. Myles Skelly has signed a brand new deal with Arsenal. We spoke about this one last week and said how he was on the verge of signing. It was all announced yesterday. Loved the announcement video, by the way, where he had all of his family and friends surprise him at the Emirates Stadium. That was a really great video, really touching. What an achievement for this 18-year-old kid. You know, a year ago, or just over a year ago, I remember him just turning up to pre-season training. You know, he would have been gassed to be training with the first team over there in America. And a year on, he's a regular in the team. He's an England international. He's just signed a brand new long-term contract at Arsenal. I mean, this is what dreams are made of. And don't forget, Real Madrid were trying to get him. They had contacted Myles Skelly about a move to Real Madrid. They knew his contract was running down, but he's decided to stay at Arsenal. Brilliant for Arsenal and brilliant for Myles Skelly and his family. But who else is coming in? And I'll tell you what, there was a lot of activity yesterday around Arsenal. We already know about the Norgard thing going through, Kepa as well. But what about this one? Cristhian Mosquera, out of nowhere, this one came. The talented centre-back who plays for Valencia, 21 years of age. Arsenal said to be in advanced talks for the signature of this player. This has got Andrea Berta written all over it. He was a talented, well, shall I say, a very, very talented centre-back. Last season, he won 70% of his ground duels in La Liga, which made him number one in that particular statistic, which is, you know, for a, you know, at the time, 20-year-old, absolutely unbelievable statistics. He's made over 90 appearances for Valencia over the last 3 seasons. So that just shows you the importance of this player and has been attracting the interest of a lot of big clubs. PSG were one of those teams very, very keen on signing him. Also Real Madrid. But it looks like Arsenal are going to get this done. He's said to have already agreed to join Arsenal. And this is a signing of a really talented centre-back. Now, a lot of us out there thinking, well, centre-back? Oh, you need another centre-back? But he's talented. He's a player that, you know, will be, you know, they're talking about him being one of the best in the future. Spanish under-21 international. And, yeah, listen, I'm all for Arsenal signing lots of talented players. Can cover as a centre-back, can cover as a right-back as well. So looks like Arsenal could get, you know, lots of the reports are saying that they are going to get this one done. Cristhian Mosquera, look out for him possibly signing before we go to pre-season training. And what about this one? Eberici Eze. Love this player. Absolutely talented, gifted player. He scored that wonder goal against us last season. Scored a goal in the FA Cup final. In the England squad now. Really is a talented player. Actually a player who was at Arsenal and was released famously as a kid, was said to have been in tears at the time. Well, now there's lots of reports around yesterday that Arsenal have held talks with him, have already agreed personal terms with him about a possible signing this summer. We know that he's wanted by Tottenham Hotspurs as well, but Arsenal said to be very, very interested in him. He won't be cheap, though. He's said to have a release clause of £68 million. Palace will want to hold on to him. Of course, Palace are playing in the Europa League this season. Well, may not be playing in the Europa League. I think they're making a decision on that today, whether they're going to be able to compete into the Europa League, because, of course, their owner also owns Lyon, who are also in the Europa League, although they may not be able to compete in it either because they've just been dropped down a couple of divisions over there in France. But Eze is a talented footballer, attacking midfielder who can also play on the left wing as well. So if you think about it, if you brought a player like him in, he can be that backup to Odegaard. You say backup, he could be a serious competition to Odegaard, but also he can play on that left-hand side as well. Would be a very, very, good addition to the squad. Will this one happen? We have to wait and see. Is it going to be Eze or Rodrygo? That's going to be the interesting thing to see. Rodrygo, by the way, who's been another player that we know that Arsenal are very, very interested in signing. Again, we're doing a bit of Rodrygo watch at the moment. He's playing again for Real Madrid yesterday in the Club World Cup. Yet again, started on the bench. Came on in the 67th minute as Real Madrid beat RB Salzburg 3-0, but didn't start the game. Remember, there's no Kylian Mbappe at the moment, but he's still not getting the start. Came on in the 67th minute. There was pictures at the end of the game of Xavi Alonso giving him a hug, but he's not starting games. What's his decision going to be after the Club World Cup? Is he going to stay at Real Madrid, or will he be open to that move at Arsenal? As a matter of fact, let's do a poll on it today. Who would you rather, Eberechi Eze or Rodrygo? Would love to get you a vote on it. We were discussing it yesterday at the studio. Eberechi Eze or Rodrygo. We also done talking transfers where you go on there, you'd be able to see who I decided I'd rather. It was me, James, Laurie, Cecil. Check out the show that we did yesterday. But I'm asking you guys today, Eberechi Eze or Rodrygo? By the way, the poll that we did yesterday on would you have Jadon Sancho at Arsenal, yet again, you guys have spoken overwhelmingly, right? 82% of you said no. You don't want Sancho at Arsenal. Only 18% yes. I think you've spoken quite clearly there. You know what? This is quite an interesting one. Nico Williams, of course, looks set to be going to Barcelona, but I read this story yesterday with a lot of interest that Athletic Bilbao have made a complaint to La Liga about Barcelona's ability to register new players under the FFP rules. Now, Athletic Bilbao very, very unhappy about Barcelona's approach, which has been very public. I mean, even the other day, Deco, who's their sporting director, did an interview and said, yeah, we're going to sign Nico Williams. Yes, we definitely want him. Yes, he wants to come. Athletic Bilbao very angry about this and questioning, and I think quite rightly so, because I've been thinking this from the other day, Barcelona in serious financial trouble. Remember last year, right, it took them nearly the whole season to register Dani Olmo, you know what I mean, and another one of their signings that they made, and they could only register them after selling some players. They still got these financial issues. They haven't gone away. How are they going to be able to make this signing, to get the release clause done and pay all that money and register him? And this is what Athletic Bilbao are saying, and they're desperately trying to hold on to Nico Williams. Could Nico Williams become available, if Barcelona can't get him to, say, an Arsenal or a Bayern? This is going to be an interesting one to watch, but Athletic Bilbao fighting back. They're not willing to let Nico Williams go to Barcelona. Let's see how that one pans out, and if this could present an opportunity for Arsenal. We know that Nico Williams has been their number one target in that left wing position, but it's a week ago, it's been looking like he's definitely going to Barca. Now we don't know. Let's wait and see how that one works out. And what about Victor Gyokeres? This one was interesting. Sky Italy journalists claiming, I think it's Gianluca, I forgot his name now, but anyway, he claims that Victor Gyokeres is going to join Arsenal and not Sesko. He's quite adamant on that he's heard that it's definitely going to be Gyokeres joining Arsenal and not Sesko. Interesting. Both players want to join. Sesko, the hold-up seems to be, from what I can see, seems to be RB Leipzig and their demands over the fee. Where are Arsenal going to go with this one? I do think that one of these two players are going to get signed before we go to pre-season. I know there's a lot of people been losing it. Why is this not done first? Why are we getting Cristhian Mosquera done now, Mosquera, all this, and we haven't done the striker yet? Yeah, there's a reason. It's a lot more difficult to do. But I do think one of these are going to get done before that pre-season friendlies over in the Far East. Who's it going to be? Again, we're going to have to wait and see. And what about this one? Breno Bidon. Not Joe Biden. Breno Bidon, the player. Brazilian, plays for Corinthians, still only 20. Now, UOL, the publication, they claim that Arsenal have held talks with this player who's been dubbed the Brazilian Pedri. I love those names. I love when players get dubbed these names. The Brazilian Pedri, still only 20. He's made 70 senior appearances for Corinthians, despite his young age. And he's attracting a lot of interest right across Europe. A lot of the top teams. Wolverhampton Wanderers very interested in signing him. So are Brighton. Anytime you see Brighton in for a player, that's a good indication that he's very talented. Sporting over there in Portugal, also Benfica. All of these teams are interested. But Arsenal said to be the team, according to UOL, that are in the most advanced talks about signing the talented attacking midfielder from Corinthians. So one to watch this one. As I said, been dubbed the Brazilian Pedri. Let's see how that one develops over the next few days or so. So those are the transfer rumours today. Things seem to be hotting up on the Arsenal front now. They are looking like they're starting to get busy in the transfer market. Andrea Berta is getting busy. Of course, we all want the striker. But listen, it's all about signings and what can we do to strengthen this squad and push for a title challenge. Guys, don't forget, Gunners Unfiltered is coming out today, featuring me and Turkish, another heated debate. Make sure you check it out. That's out today, around about 5 o'clock UK time. That will be available here on AFTV. And also, don't forget, don't miss a thing. We did Talking Transfers yesterday. Brilliant show with James and the crew. You don't have to miss a thing. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel right now and make sure you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching the show. I'll see you tomorrow.